I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin, $30,109. Bitcoin bulls continuing to push higher. Remember, you've got a lot of sellers. Well, you know what? We talked about it yesterday, right here. Sellers. This is just from yesterday's video. I left the markings on the video. And so again, you're going to have a bunch. See how this price action got rejected right here? All right. You have a ton of sideways price action here, right? And then this means there's going to be a ton of seller stack right here. So if that's broken, then you're looking at the make or break idea is you need a breakout and flip of 31,800 major resistance in order to see a run for $36,000 Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just been in this range since March, middle March 2023, sideways price action. Remember, this run up right here, well, we did it right here, we did it right here. So until you can break this level, right? I mean, that's the big game changer. And so if Bitcoin can't break the level, then it gets rejected and comes back down here, and then it has to deal with what's going to happen at the mid-range. The most important thing about technical analysis is it's not a crystal ball. I can tell you if this happens, if it breaks out and flips this level, highly likely you're going to see $36,000 Bitcoin, right? Potentially higher. If you get rejected, very good possibility that you're coming back down here, right? This is, if you go to Vegas and you know how to count cards, when you leave Vegas, you're going to win, but you're not going to win every hand. Technical analysis gives us a clear and definitive edge, and so you can increase your win rate across the board, period. You learn one skill in life. I mean, this has changed my life forever. And that's why I'm so passionate about bringing you these consistent updates about Bitcoin, altcoins. I got some altcoin ideas we're going to talk about. And one of our 20x coin picks, just to drive it home to you that this coin has a ton of upside. I mean, it's a larger cap coin. It's not going to do 100x, but 20x for a solid coin is going to definitely be a good idea for a altcoin to hold in your portfolio. So Bitcoin 1 hour chart, we talked about this rising broadening channel. You've got the upper trend line of the channel up here acting as resistance, right? So, I mean, Bitcoin has a lot of work to do in order to push higher, kind of at the ceiling right now. And so if it were to come back down, if it doesn't break out and push higher, if you were to come back down at some point and touch this low, then there's ideas where you could potentially buy Bitcoin on the pullback. But if you did get a pullback to the mid-range, there's ideas there. You're looking for like a falling wedge, right? When you zoom in on the smaller term time frames, you can find these patterns, right? As an example, look, here's a fall. I mean, you have falling wedges right here, and it broke out to the upside, and you have a ascending triangle right here, 64% chance of a break to the upside, and it did. Right, and so you put these patterns together. Here's a W pattern, the small double bottom, which gives you upside ideas. Here was the bear trap, which trapped a bunch of the bears, and then they got punished because that's what this market does. Whenever bears get trapped, bulls get trapped, guess what? Everything goes the opposite direction, and the losers get crushed. I've got some amazing shout outs to give you in my trading group. We, on the spot group, Bitcoin's given us some moves, and we are making money. If you're not in the right coins, you can't win in this market. We nailed INJ for 20% profits real quick. FTM, 21% profits. Link, 41% profits. Remember, I talked to you guys about this multiple times. Link is a 20x coin pick, right? Really needs to come up here and break $9.40. This resistance over here that's marked multiple times. But if you get a pullback to this trend line, you can look for ideas where you're picking up a link. Now, if you want consistent updates, our leverage group is killing it too. If you want consistent updates all day, setups posted. All you have to do is email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. And with the biggest savings right now ever, 60% off plus save 100 or 200 off, depending on how long you sign up for. Huge savings, so we can help you make money, and you could ride the bull market to the top with us. Banger after banger. Now, this is a eye-appealing chart where Bitcoin breaking out of this bull flag to the upside. So you have all this previous at 31,000, you have all this previous support, which is now resistance. And this level has to break higher in order to see higher prices out of Bitcoin. It's just that easy. Now, this is, remember, in a previous YouTube video, I said this is a bullish signal that's flashing for Bitcoin. You got the 1 week 200 SMA, and you got the daily 200 SMA, and Bitcoin has broke above both. This is, remember, the 1 week 200 SMA is typically the bear market bottom, right? Definitely in cycles in the past. However, Bitcoin bulls have now broken and regained both of these key levels. Very good for price action. However, like we talked about, you want to see higher prices out of Bitcoin, 36,000 or higher, you got to break out of this bull flag. Or you could call it sideways consolidation. FTX, listen, if you got an email from Kroll, be wary. Don't click any links in the email. So what's happening is there was a incident where Kroll security was breached and a lot of email addresses were stolen. And anybody that had an FTX account in the past, you'll potentially get some scammy email that wants you to click links. Don't click it. Scam alert. Coins PH has lost $12.12 million in XRP in a possible exploit. Again, this is a black eye for crypto when you've got all these exploits and coins being stolen in crypto. Polygon, which I'm big on Matic, right? Matic can easy 20x, right, over the next bull market, possibly more. They have proposed an idea to create a Polygon Protocol Council. This is going to be a push towards more decentralized governance style. Now listen, remember, Polygon Labs, they were deemed a security by the SEC. But based on everything we've seen, there's a very good likelihood that if Polygon is moving towards more decentralized governance style, then Polygon could beat the SEC's security idea, and you see explosive upside over the bull market rally for Polygon. This was Link, and we talked about it as a 20x coin pick for the bull run. And this is the video where we talked about it. And again, it's got to run up to $70 just to get to the past bull market high, right? If you want higher prices out of Link, that overhead resistance has to be broken, right? That previous high, right? Which Link, I mean, they have a partnership with Swift. They have a lot of upside coming in the bull market, right? There's some regulatory clarity that needs to take place, but Chainlink and Swift they're collaborating, and it's going to enable seamless token transfers across blockchains. Swift, Link, huge, 20x, watch. Loom. All right, so we nail these trades in group. Okay, so here's the Loom trade, 117% profits. And we didn't nail the initial breakout, but it's buy high, sell higher, right? So 3 days after the post, you got this huge pump and you ran up to 50 cents. And then look where Loom is at now. And this is basically the state of a lot of the altcoins, what they're doing, right? You're getting these huge pumps. Yes, if I get 100% or more profits on an altcoin, I'm locking in profits on the way up. I'm not going to nail the top and I'm not going to nail the bottom, and I'm okay with it. I just want to take this capital and roll it over into the next coin, possibly it was Strax. All right, here's another one we called in group. Strax, we nailed 37%. Okay, this doesn't mean we nailed the perfect breakout, right? That doesn't happen. You get the breakout of this resistance, right? And then you got the retest, and we had really good entry ideas there, right? And then what does Strax do? It pumps crazy to $1.30 and then retraces a ton. Right. So what we're seeing with these altcoins is we're seeing huge pumps. And if you just catch a good chunk of it, you're making a ton of money. Right. There's going to be some special coins right now that are moving well. Well, Bitcoin is the coin to watch. Right. People, there's a lot of hype about Bitcoin. But I want you to remember this, and I want you to write it down even on your whiteboard. When Bitcoin goes into the weekend with a bullish stature, very high likelihood that you get a ton of good altcoin trading, right? And so again, sometimes these are going to be micro cap and smaller cap altcoins. It's very important to understand, like, hey, these different narratives or these different coins are pumping. Is it DeFi? Is it RWA, which is real world assets, or they're tokenizing real estate or properties or pictures? Is it NFTs? Is it metaverse, right? So it's really important that you're able to identify what coins are moving. So you're setting yourself up, and there's so many coins to watch in this market right now, altcoin wise. Right? Make a MEXC account today. The VIP link in the description, half price trading fees. There's 2,000 altcoins on MEXC. How do you watch them all? The easiest way is to understand that how is everybody else going to trade? Not what should I do, Chris? What should I do, Chris? What is everybody else going to do? That's how you need to approach this market, right? Understand that thinking from a third person and saying, okay, what is everybody else going to do? As an example, we had a video where we talked about the patterns that we were watching, the patterns that meant explosive upside, and BNT hasn't broken out yet, right? But we talked about Strax, we talked about Strax, right? And it did break out, and it was breaking out when I posted on the video. With BNT, you got this long-term accumulation, and this thing breaks out, it's going to pump crazy, right? And so, I mean, do you want to try to buy the lower end of the range down here close to 30 cents? Are you going to get that opportunity? You know, and just understand, I mean, there's only a 4-hour time frame, but you had some long-term accumulation. But the buy idea, that's real simple, is break out above 63 cents. And so this narrative was where I was watching different altcoins, and I talked about the Loom was talked about as well, right? We talked about Loom, how we found it, Strax, how we found it, BNT. It hasn't broken out yet, but it will. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.